Welcome. My name is Brian Knight and I live near Melbourne in Australia, and it's just after 5 o'clock in the morning on a Friday for me. Um, yeah, a Friday. Right. Let me just share this to start with. So this is a welcome to this live Forex analysis session. Just note that any trades discussed in this group are to be classed as educational only, and that's because a group of people helping each other, and we are not financial advisors. So please only take trades that you are happy to take based on your own analysis. There is a Forex disclosure and a bit about us as live session traders there. Okay, stop sharing that and we'll share across to here. Okay. What is hang on. Okay. Okay. No worries. Yeah. CMA. All right. Oh. Welcome, Tom.
Hey, Brian. I'm still
Oh,
setting up.
yeah.
Give me a sec.
Yeah, that's all right. No worries. Darren Susie's out for the evening, so
Oh, that.
that's okay.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
That's okay. Right, yeah. So let's go through the pairs. See how we go. Let's see where they're sitting, and just on that basics that we've done the last couple of days. So you can see the standard candles over here. We've got bricks over here, which are oh gosh, what are they called again? They're called Renko bricks.
Franco bricks, yeah.
Renko bricks. Now, the blue line here has come up and met the wick of this brick here. There is a short, but there is no white Ikenashi as yet. It's interesting how, like we've got this up here, but it sort of hasn't met it at this point. It's sort of just doing its little pullback. Interesting over here, there was like a white Ikenashi too, but no short off it. We're over here, we did have a short, and we had a white Ikenashi, but it just pulled down and then went back up again.
Mm-hmm.
So is that potentially what could happen here?
Yes. I am still not in this because that line is still blue.
Yeah, here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's actually quite a distance away from current sort of price as well. Okay, so we're just leaving this one at the moment. That's fair enough too. Just to point out a couple of things, it is on the high side of the X48, right? There is a number of triangles up there, but that's not necessarily.
Yeah, but you know what? Fix your box. Can you open just this side so I can show you where that box is real quick?
Sure. Well, this is where you it has been.
Yeah,
It's
it's
moved.
possibly moved. That's why I'm saying. Yeah, see the last white brick down there? That one. Yeah,
That
it's just,
one.
yeah.
Huh. Do we need the last one? Not the. Okay.
Yep, right there.
Oh,
See, changes the story, right?
yeah, but I think we didn't include the bottom one. I thought we had this, but no, okay. Oh, cool. It does change the story, doesn't it? Wow, look at that.
Yep.
So at some point, this will sell. At
Yes.
some point,
I'm looking for a confirmation candle. I have my short.
yeah,
I'm going in the right direction that the green line says. I have my target below, which is that wick down there, that green wick.
yeah.
No, down at the bottom. See where the green line is?
Oh,
Yeah, down
down
there.
here.
So I have my target. I have my short. I have no Hakanashis behind it, but it's a high. So I already got my short. So I'm looking at this changing over when this blue line crosses that last green wick, which it did. It's going to
Hmm.
pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. It's going to give me some sort of indication, which will be a wick or a candle with a wick. You know what I mean? Something. It's going to show me something.
A brick with a wick.
A brick with a wick. Yeah.
Yeah, going up.
Pulling back. So it'll be like one of
Yeah,
these red ones,
yeah,
where it pulls back and it goes boink. This is as high as it's going.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
I have my box right there above the last high, the 2 box.
Hmm.
So if it wicks into that box and doesn't break the high, then I know I'm looking at a short out of this. I'm looking for that wick to cover this space.
And that could be next week sometime.
And that could be in the next 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. As a hypothetical, but there is no news.
Right. But you have to understand, Brian, you see how I came up to that yellow one the first time and missed it?
Yellow what? You mean the yellow
The
line
yellow
or yellow?
line, the yellow
Yeah,
line at the top and missed it.
yeah.
So now that you got this short, I'm waiting for the computer to tell this that it missed it to take that second wick possibly and come back and tag that, boink, tap it for price to come back and tap it with just a wick.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
You mean for us to come down here to tag this?
No, the yellow line at the top.
Yeah, yellow. Yeah, that one.
So
Yeah,
because this is all still blue, I'm looking for this only to come so far down. So if we get a wick here at this yellow one,
yeah.
saying it's going to be a red wick, and then it's going to start pushing back up, this short
Hmm.
will fail. You'll get a long and you'll get a wick that'll come up and snap that high, but won't break it and then push down is what I'm looking for. If
Right.
this
Okay.
if this thing gets out here and it gives me some sort of wick, 2 candles back, and the next candle's pushing, I'm getting in for the short.
Yeah. Okay. And so it could quite easily be that. Uh,
Right.
Quite easily when you look at this candle over here. So it's been going down now. Last 24 hours, basically, it pushed up and sucked back a little bit. So even on this short, we could get a wick up. Sorry, or has that been? We don't know if that's been fully created. Oh yeah, that's finished, isn't it?
No, it's finished when the next candle finishes. Think of it that way.
It's not finished till the next until the next candle finishes.
That's right.
Okay.
So that short candle right there
Yeah.
was not created until that secondary candle was created right above it.
Yeah.
So now I'm looking for a wick off this candle for the short or the next candle. Sorry, the next brick. It's somewhere in here. I'm going to get a wicked brick.
A brick with a wick. Yeah. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. And
technically we're still
potentially a white Heikin-Ashi.
right, exactly. Because potentially this says it's selling, so that's what I'm looking for. The wick candle will just make me feel better with a confirmation.
Yeah, and if you look down here, this is sort of what it's happened too. It did that, had a short, then did a wick candle back up though, and then pushed, and then off it went on along.
All while being blue.
While all being blue. That's right. And you see the wick here came down and touched the blue line and then just sucked back.
Yep.
Okay. This could quite easily go higher. Like just pull back a bit and then go off again. But we will, so rather than getting into the short, we're going to have to get some sort of a confirmation here. Okay.
Or just take a lower entry.
Smaller entry or
a lower entry.
Lower. Okay.
Yeah. Once it gets closer to the line.
To the blue line. Okay. Oh, yeah. That's, I suppose that's quite conservative from your perspective.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Well, you used to be like 1, 2, 3, I'm in.
Yep.
And now it's sort of like, oh no. Well,
I just got tired of taking trades, frankly.
Yeah.
Now I'm just picking and choosing what I want to trade. Everything else is
you want to take great trades, just not any trade. Okay.
Right, exactly. Got exhausting.
Okay. AUDCHF. I just need to understand. So now we've got a similar sort of situation here. Is, you've got into that going up. That's all cool. Now we've got a short on that as well. We've got a high. It's back down to this yellow line. Right. It's across there. Onto the brick. We don't have any white Heikin-Ashis here either. Okay.
No, and if you look,
there's a wick down here.
That the next brick, it keeps flashing like it's going to pull back.
Where? The next brick?
Yeah, right where it says short right now. Watch every now and then it'll flash like it's going to pull back.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah, on top. Yeah.
So it's working. It's creating something. It's either going to wick down and push back up, or it's going to wick up and push back down.
And either way,
either way, it's going to go take something. Yeah, it's going to go take something.
And what you see over on the standard Japanese candles is that it did push up and then sort of just sucked back for the. See it pushed up, sucked back a little bit at the end of the trading to the market. Okay. Again, we don't know whether this is going to sell. I mean, the blue line's there. It's come up past the white wick. It's basically a copy. They're both really similar. Okay, good. AUDJPY. Wow. Now, what are we going to do here? There's a wick off there. blue lines above it. Another wick off here.
And I'm into this buy just, I have my trade set up to get into this buy right now.
Right, for it to buy. You would have been in buy before.
Oh, I'm in and out of trades all the time.
Yeah. Right, yeah. So there's a wick here to break though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. That's where I have my trade set up. At the top of that,
Yeah.
2 candles back, 1, 2 is my stop.
Down here.
No, up.
There's 1, 2 candles back.
No. See the candle being created? That's a brick.
Uh-huh.
1, 2.
Uh-huh.
That
So
one right
you're just there.
Right. So now when this triggers and starts pushing up, that's when I move my stop loss. I don't move the placeholder. I just move the stop loss back 2 candles. Spreads go away, all the other crap. After it moves one way or another, meaning if it comes back 1 candle, I only lose half a trade.
Yeah.
If it pushes
so
up
wait, hang
1
on.
candle,
Let's do this. So you have entry there, wherever stop loss is there, correct?
mm-hmm.
Just here. And then once you trigger it in, what do? Do you move it, your stop loss
1,
down here?
2 bricks. 2 bricks. No, that's 1 brick. Go back to your, go put that back. Now get a horizontal ray. Oh, use that white line. That doesn't matter. Now count 2 bricks back from where your stop loss is.
Oh, 1, 2. It's here. Oh, no, 1, 2 down here.
That's right. And as this moves up now, except I leave that there so I know that it's there. I only move my price so I can see it's lowered, but it tells me where I started.
Yeah, but that is where you started.
Yeah, but I don't move this. I just move the price bar. So I can watch where my stop loss started. So put that back at the 2.
There.
Yes. Okay, so grab a horizontal ray. Okay, and then go 2 bars back from the bottom of your stop loss.
There.
Okay, now put that in.
Yeah.
Okay, so to me, that's what I see. This is gonna, that placeholder is just gonna sit there. It's not gonna move at all, at all. And what that does is it helps me know that it can't go below this because that's where it needs to trigger out of. But what it does allow is for 2 candles back, if this candle that it's just creating decides to wick, and then take off, it doesn't stop me out. If it pulls up here and turns and comes back 1 candle, the bottom of the candle it's creating now, then I just go ahead and get out because it's turning back around. It didn't beat the top.
Right.
And then when this brick creates another one and another one and another one, and it keeps going up, I move my stop loss every time it creates a new brick. Up, 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 but I'm always 2 behind, at least.
Yeah. So what you're doing is you're initially, it's not a set. So you have variable lot size based upon the the stop loss, and that's all cool. And you set it to this, which is whatever that percentage of your account is, and that's all fine. And what you do is that stays there, but in actual fact, once you get into the trade and it triggers, you actually move your stop loss down here.
2 bricks, right?
Yeah, no, no,
Two
no.
bricks
Yeah,
back.
yeah. But what it does is uh, that would in actual fact, wouldn't it? That would increase your potential.
Loss.
No, no. No, it would dilute.
No, because you're already triggered in. Your
No, no,
account doesn't
no.
know any different.
Yeah, now once you trigger it in, no. But what happens is that's not where your stop is. Your stop's there. So
Mm-hmm.
you basically have halved. If it comes back to there, that's actually a full. So let's say it's a percent. Okay, let's just use the example of 8%. I'm not saying it is or whatever, but if you've got this, well, it's just about the trigger. If you get into this trade and it triggers and you have your stop there, as in you've calculated it, right? Once you get into that trade, then you move your stop here. What you do is, in effect, you've actually, if it comes back to here, have you halved or have you doubled your actual loss amount?
You double. When you move your stop loss, you're doubling the amount. So if you put 50 cents on, and that's your stop loss right there,
Mm. By
right?
moving it there, you've doubled it to a
You've
dollar.
got $1 now.
Yeah,
So
but
rather
you
than
haven't
putting on
halved because you
two
haven't.
trades,
Yeah.
so rather than putting on 2 trades, you're still using 1 trade, but having the
Mm-hmm.
safety of 2.
Mm-hmm.
So if this doesn't come back, let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. You see the red wick down there to your left?
You mean this one or the one further?
Sure, that one. Go back to the one you just pointed at.
Yeah,
Go
which is
go
where
down to your right and see the green wick that came
yeah,
back,
yeah,
but didn't beat that short that you put your original trade on.
yeah.
So if you're high, so grab another placeholder real quick. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, your entry is at the top of the red wick.
This one, you mean
No, go back to the other one.
that one?
Yep,
Yeah,
there's your entry. Your stop loss is 2 candles back.
two can. Oh, back from that
From
entry.
right.
That's hang on. No, that's a long. Wait a minute. No. This should be the other way because you got a short. Correct or not?
No, I'm just using it as an example.
You want it to be a buy.
Yes.
Okay, now hang on a minute. So if that's your entry there at the top there, it would have to come back down and then push back up again and then trigger you in, correct?
What?
If you're saying this is your entry at the top of that red wick, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And it, it depends on where you're seeing when you're seeing this, but it's now pull back down, gives you a
Yep.
short,
Yep.
you're down here. So you actually triggered in and it's come back down.
Okay, so where's your stop at? 2 bricks back, right? One,
Well,
two.
hang on a minute. Is it from this
Yes.
one, two?
Yep.
So your stop is there.
Right there.
Is it?
Okay, you're triggered in. Bam. Count 2 back from that. 1, 2.
There. Yeah.
Yep.
It doesn't come back to there.
It doesn't come back
It
to it.
wicks down to here and gives you a
Yeah, that's all you're trying to avoid. There's the candles are still blue. They're still going in the right direction,
the bricks are, yeah.
but that's how they get you, is they'll tap you right before they leave.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get that long, see the long,
Yeah.
and you say, okay, it's a long, and you put your entry on, and it goes up and pushes up, and it pulls back and taps that white line that you just put on there,
Mm-hmm.
and keeps going up.
Mm-hmm.
So as this comes up, so let's go back to it. So you're at entry.
Yep.
You've now moved 2 candles up from your entry. You see your entry?
Yeah, the entry is here. Yeah.
Okay, show the candles. 1, 2 from your entry.
Oh yeah. Entries there. You got 1,
1,
2.
2. Okay.
Yeah.
So now, because it created that,
Then it pulls back.
doesn't matter.
Then
Because it doesn't matter. Because it created that,
yeah.
right? Move your candle stop loss up 2 from the bottom. Take
Which
your
is
horizontal ray.
back to where the original stop loss was.
That's right. Does it come back and tap you in?
No.
No. So
You mean
now it
tap
went
me
up,
out. Tap me out.
tap you out.
mean,
So now
yeah.
it went up 1, 2, 2 more.
Yeah.
So now
you
you
can
move it up
move it.
2 more. So on and so on and so on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Mm. So this is interesting because so what you're doing is you're setting a stop loss, but then what you're doing is once it's triggered into the trade, you're actually you're doubling your stop loss in effect.
I'm doubling my risk.
Doubling your risk. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you get a pullback, you're really only going to lose half to a
1.
half to a 1 of whatever that is. Yeah.
Whatever it is.
But your stop loss is increasing your risk and you're placing it there to allow for pullbacks.
Right. That's why you have to wait till it triggers you in to set the price.
Yeah.
So your stop loss goes from a 2 brick to a 4 brick, which gives you more space for this to move without knocking you out, as long as that line stays blue.
Yeah. How do you like, so, okay, just a question of like, well, how do you then calculate your lot size when you don't have a brick formed?
It doesn't matter. Entry is entry. If you're going to use your lowest dollar amount possible, it doesn't matter.
Oh, so if you use 0.01.
Right, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Let's say it's 50 cents. Whatever that number is, at your lowest possible setting.
So no, you're not calculating the actual percentage based on your stop loss.
No.
Okay. No, that's a question I was just asking. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, no worries. So you are using set lot sizes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, no worries. I'll take this bit off and this bit because we're really
so
talking
this just triggered me in.
Yeah, it would have.
So now I got to move my stop loss. 1, 2.
Yeah,
oh,
but your initial,
and it created a second wick. Look at that.
Creating a second wick.
Yeah, you're not showing it yet, but that green brick it just made created a wick that came down to that second candle bottom.
Yeah, would have, yeah. Okay. And yeah, okay.
So now this is either going to run in the right direction that I'm in, or it's going to now start going back and forth inside these highs and lows that you've got your little white lines on.
Yeah.
And I'll get out of it.
Right, okay.
So it's either going to work or it's not.
Right, okay, no, that's fair enough. All right, good. All right, let's move on. AUD, NZD. Well, it would have been interesting here. You get the long, you get that, it would have been, you just would have been climbing.
Yeah, I'm waiting for this pullback to finish so I get in.
Yeah, because it pulled back down there. That's right. That's a Thursday one. It's complete. Okay. And you've got a wick down here on that candle. So pushed up, pushed back down, which you can see over there, pushed up and pushed back down. Well, are you working off this long down here, or you got to look at what's happening?
Well, up here where you have a lower high, I already had a short.
Oh, right. Okay.
So this is a short. Now this is wicked down because you can see the wick that it just created.
Yeah.
So now I'm looking for the high to make a new high. However, on mine, this says it's going to pull back just like yours does.
Yeah.
So it's consolidating basically.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was going to say too. You can see it in the standard candles, but you can also see it across in here because you've got a wick up, wick down. It's really not moving further on. But then again, well, no, I suppose if it was to break this wick here, there's a wick there. And then there's also the wick there. So as you said, it could just bounce in between those. Audio, AD Singapore. Wow. Okay. Oh, this potentially would have been. See, it's done this block, but now it's dropped off. Wicked up, wicked down, wicked up, wicked down, wicked up. It hasn't
So
come
where's
to
the last wick that green line is touching?
up here.
No, I'm sorry. Where's the last wick the blue line is touching as it pushes up?
Oh, you mean here? Okay, yeah. Well, it's that red one over here, but over here it hasn't come up.
There's one to your left. Right there. You just went over it.
Where?
Nope.
This one here?
Yeah, that one right there.
Okay.
There's a wick there.
Yeah, but it hasn't come up to it yet.
Turn off the Hakinashi ones. All right. See that wick?
This one here.
No, the one down below.
That one there.
That one there. Okay.
Yeah, okay. How come
Yeah,
they
see,
haven't? Hang on a minute. Oh, you can't see because it's covered over. Okay,
that's right.
gotcha. Right,
Okay.
okay.
So as it's coming across now, this
Mm-hmm.
this is the last uh, area that this has to beat to go either back up
Yeah,
or continue down.
get down. Okay.
Because this is where all the wicks right here, these two wicks are joining together. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying uh, on the daily time frame,
Mm-hmm.
this is part of a pullback, right?
As in a cell.
Well, it's selling now, but overall, it's in a part of a pullback,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
So if it's in part of a pullback, is this now going to be a change direction on a higher time frame, such as the daily, to come
Yeah.
in and test that high?
Hang on just a second. We'll just put we're on there. We'll just put that onto the daily. Oh, yeah.
See, you just got along on the daily.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at this. You already got your wick. Oh, that's the other thing. Well, you either go to all chart patterns, to the little clog, to the cog wheel,
Oh, yeah.
and then go to style. And all you want is labels and not even labels. Don't even put labels on. Just put lines. Get rid of the line fill and the other one. There you go. Save that as default. Just cleans up your screen so you can see better.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. This is a daily here. So this is potentially a pullback up.
Well, yes, because you have now officially crossed that red wick at the top. Your next red wick that it has to beat is down towards where it's at now. See it?
On the daily here.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
So this should push up, pull back, tap this double line down here where you have your little white line, your little white box down there. It
Mm-hmm.
should go tap tap, either with a wick or just
And then
probably
come
come
back
back
up.
to it and then take off again. Because now
Mm-hmm.
you're caught between this red wick
And the green wick down
and the
below.
red wick at the top. You see those two wicks
Yeah.
in line?
Yeah. Yeah. These. Yeah, well, you've got one down here at the low, and you've got one there and one there.
Yeah, the two red ones down in that down line.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So this white line is now crossed the top one.
Got one there.
So I'm looking for this to just move around, move around, move around, shuck and shine, whatever it's going to do until it gets to that first horizontal ray you just put on.
Mm-hmm.
If it can't beat that wick, we're still going down.
Yeah. Yeah. But from a daily perspective, that long could be a bit. Anyway, let's have a look. We go back
So
to
go back
2
to the
hour.
2 hour now. And those are your two lines you got to beat.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So look what it shows you as it says it's still moving down.
Yeah.
You know, it's telling you, hey, we tried, we just couldn't beat it. So here's your short.
Mm-hmm.
But if you'll notice, the green wick on the daily, surrounded by the red candles that it just created,
Hang on, where's the green wick one? I've got to put it down. It's obviously down further, is it? No. Oh, didn't I put one on the green wick? Maybe I didn't. Hang on. Let's go back to daily then. No, I didn't put one at the low. Hang on. Sorry. Yeah, it's there where it went tap. Yeah, okay.
Right. So what are we looking for to get down there to that bottom now?
Well, a bit like what the green line's doing. It's up and then and then drop off again, pull back up.
So if you take out all the beep 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 beeps in the middle
It's selling.
and you put and you just take the point at the very bottom. See the very bottom? Forget everything you see in the middle. Just point to the very bottom of that green line.
Oh, that there.
Right there. So it doesn't matter how it gets down there. That's the direction you're trading in. So this could go high, push, pull back, make a higher low with another short, break this low bar candle, and then continue push down. You want to watch what you're getting into above this blue line to make sure it's going to go down before you get in.
And you've got a little green wick down here exactly for that and the bottom. So if it's going to come down, it's either going to break or not break that.
Right.
And you can see where it's come down here. This is where it's doing its side because of this level here.
Right. And because mine says on the daily, just like yours, that this is starting to buy up, on mine, my green line says it's going to hit that blue trend line and bounce off and keep going higher.
Oh, yeah.
So again, you just have to decide where you're comfortable at getting in. Now, the other thing I wanted to tell you was one of the things you can do is, if it helps you, is when you get these higher lows and these lower lows, if you're not sure where to get in at, take the blue candle, the blue brick, and the white brick that turn the candles white to blue. There's your two candles.
Yeah.
That's right. And then when it triggers you in, because you think it's going to buy, you move your two candles back. 1, 2. Now you're at below the bottom two rails that it should not come back to.
Yeah, right.
All the way over to your right, it should come back to eventually. But take the last two colors of the line of the change. So if you go back up to the top, you'll see what I'm saying. Doesn't matter where you go. No, back up to your left. Yeah, see? Take the last two colors. The last two colors, blue and white, blue and white, blue and white. Are you going to lose one every now and then? Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's an easy way to look at this and go, I have the lower high, I have the short, I could take the blue and white candle, move it.
So you're waiting for it to actually change. Okay, yeah.
Right.
So over here now, well, it depends. Over here now, what you're doing is you're waiting on this 2 hour, you're waiting for a blue candle, then a white candle. Okay. For that change of direction. And if it comes down, it doesn't, and then it takes off, well, it doesn't matter, does it?
Right.
And if it does give you a blue and a white, and then it goes back to blue, well, that's just life.
Exactly. You'll be two boxes back by the time it triggers.
Okay. No worries. AUD USD then. Ooh. That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, I just got into this.
Yeah.
Like right now.
Yeah. the short that. Okay. And now you've got a wick here. This has now come up to that wick on that candle where you can't really see it. That's the last one there, and over here too. Okay. So if we're talking about, we're talking about there, you got 1, 2, your stop is there.
I triggered in.
But now you're triggered in, so now you've got it's actually up. I can't put it, but it's up here now.
2 candles. It's two back.
Yeah. Oh,
1,
sorry.
2.
Yeah, it's there. It's the top of that one. But that's the price there. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just gonna with the high actually makes it like it's not there now, but with high actually makes it a lot more difficult. You sort of turn them off and turn them on. Okay. So now it's triggered in. You go like, okay, now I move my stop up to there for any sort of like dancing around. And if you get another candle, another brick with a wick up, then basically you would get out.
No, I'm in it till it says buy or long.
Long. Okay.
So that's why I have my yellow box across the top where my stop loss is for the two bricks right there with the wick through it. So if it pulls back up, it should not beat that. That's where my box is.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we'll just watch that then.
Yeah. I may only get 1 brick.
Your TP could be here or there or wherever. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, you just have to determine what you want as far as the trade goes.
Yeah. Okay.
What you feel comfortable with.
All right. Let's do a couple more. See how we go. It's just really looking at it where it is. Well, at what time we're seeing it to what time it's changing direction or not. Okay, CAD CHF. Now this is sort of just going a 6-pack up, down, roundabout. But we do have a candle change, but then it's pushing back up again. Yeah. And it's got to either break there or there's another one over here now. There's that high there. Interesting here, isn't it? You get a short, you get a change, and it pushed down. It broke that, but it hasn't come further. Now it's trying to push back up. So are you looking at potentially selling it out further, but this has not got you comfortable, is it?
Yes, I'm looking at a buy out of this.
A buy.
But my problem being is if you take another horizontal ray, now you see the lower high to your left.
Yeah, this one.
You see that red wick right there. Okay, so it has not come back to that and tapped it yet. So there's a fair value gap sitting there.
And it has, well, it's a gap between, it hasn't actually come back down to here either.
Right.
So do you wait and see whether it will actually come down and break that? If not, then it's going back up to break that.
Right. So where are we? We're in the middle of the X48.
Yeah.
So let it just play. Even if it comes slamming out one side or the other, we're going to get it on the way back.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah. Right, KJ. Oh.
I am up a 0.5% on this.
So it came down, it went white candle, but then it just came back up and pushed with a long.
Yeah, I got in as soon as I saw that wick.
This wick here.
Yep, that wick formed. The next candle came up, that long,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
got in on that long. Now I'm just letting it run. Where it goes, I don't know.
Hopefully you'll break the high.
And I'm hoping it don't. Are you kidding me?
Why?
Well, see where the green line goes?
Yeah.
No. Shrink it down?
Well, that high, I said, breaking
No.
that high.
Shrink it down?
Okay.
Yeah. So that's telling you
You
this is
reckon
going to
it'll-
push up, make a new high,
yeah.
and then look
And
at
then
that
drop off.
drop
Yeah.
because you're breaking the highs of the wicks to the left.
To the left. Yeah.
So you see that red wick over there that it hasn't broken yet on the down run? To your left, way to your left, way to your left, way to your
Right.
left, way to your left, right
That
there.
one.
See it? It hasn't broken
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
Do you see
Yeah.
where that green line says it's
Yeah.
pulling
Yeah.
back to?
To that one there.
So yes, I got into this thinking I only want it to come back up to there
Mm-hmm.
because I want that bigger push down.
Down. Yeah. Okay.
So now if you'll drag that white box across all the way to the left,
This one.
yeah, all the way to the left. Look at that low hanging fruit. So now you're drag this box across the other side too. So now your blue line is above this box.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if it's going to keep going up, even if you get a pullback, it shouldn't beat this box before it continues to go higher.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And there's a red wick here to beat as well, which if it does, that'll give you a bit more confidence as well.
Right.
What yeah. CHF Let's do this last one. We'll do this at the moment. Whoa. Okay. Well, you should be in this also too for a buy.
No, I'm just waiting for it to trigger in. My entry is at
It's at the top of that
is
red.
at the top of that.
Okay, which is not far off. It's basically there now.
Right. So 2 candles back is my stop. When it triggers, I'll go 2 candles back.
Which is okay. Let me just and picture it so that I can see and people can see. Sorry, long position. If it triggers in there, we've got 1, 2 there, and then we've got 1, 2. It would be there.
Right. Because we're still all blue, we're still buying.
Yeah. Even though it's come back and tapped with a white, which it did, there and didn't there, and it did there, and it did there. Right.
So now you have
those trades. We can only take these trades. Okay.
That's right. So now you have your white box down there, basically that last white brick.
This
is
one.
The one above it.
This one.
Yeah. So now if it comes across there, it should not beat the 2 blue boxes right before that long.
Oh, yeah. So it should have triggered or about to trigger you in. Okay.
It'd be about to trigger me in. Or it's going to fail miserably and turn around right here, and I'm not going to get triggered in.
Yeah. Well, if
it can't beat that red wick.
Yeah, it's got to come up to beat this. Okay.
And even you got the long
What do you mean? Here, down here?
on your daily. Even you got the long.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But then it pulled back and then it pushed up. So I think what I am, where am I? Oh, uh, I'm actually where it is. I'm actually 2 pips down now from original entry, which was up here, and then
For
it
the
sucked all the way
sell
back, and then it's done this. It's
or for the
weird.
buy?
Yeah, yeah, that was the buy. It was crazy, but that's okay.
Wow.
But that's okay. We're talking back on when was it? Oh yeah, no, we were talking back here, 10th of April. We're now 9th of May. It was a month ago. So I've held on to this for a month. It's interesting. But just watching here, like looking at this. Anyway, this could be time for, another entry. But also too, see, it tried to come up here a couple of times.
Hmm.
It might just sort of, as you said, drop off, but we'll see.
The computer thinks it's going to take off.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
Yeah.
right. So I'm going with not what I think, but what the computer says. So
All right then. Well, I've got to go because I got stuff. Yesterday was a full-on day. Um, Today's my last day of doing this. Well, supposed to be the last day of doing this town thing in the afternoon, evening.
okay.
So hopefully I'm back to sort of what you'd call normality maybe next week. We'll see.
You know, I have to say, Brian, if you're interested,
Yeah.
I'm here on the weekends too. If you want to talk on the weekends and just practice this,
Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah, okay.
just let me
Yeah,
know.
but the markets are closed. But it's just looking at it still, though, isn't it? That's just really just
Right.
discussing what's
I
happening.
yeah, I can help explain what happens during each move. I can help
Yeah,
explain it.
yeah.
So
Okay.
we can have a little bit longer time. I know I take up your full hour.
Well, no, you don't take up. I take up. We're all doing this together. I mean, maybe Darren's back again. Oh, look, I'm up 1 pip now.
Woohoo!
Yeah, it's an interesting. Okay. And so, and just hang on a minute, because what I might do is we'll just go off the. Sorry, just hang on a minute. Just stop sharing. How can I do that? Oh, do I have to? No. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna think about. So I'm going to stop live streaming, but you and I stay on here. Is that okay?